Hello class. In this particular lecture, we are going to discuss about personal records, audit and research. So, first of all, introduction. Record management is planned control of records. So, it includes decision making regarding the retention, transfer, microfiling, filming and destruction of records. So, personal record and reports enable managers to obtain requisite information regarding the use of resources in various departments or divisions. So what is the difference between record and report? So record, it is simple. Record keeping must be simple and it should at the same time meet the requirement of the organization. It must be accurate, that error free. It must be economical. It should not cost a fortune to maintaining a record, and it must be useful. Where the reports are conformity, report must conform to organizational objective, unbiased, no biasness should be there. Then data based, the report must be built around fact. So they must not only present fact but interpret them in a meaningful manner. It must be clear and simple, and it must be in time. So then what is record management? The purposes of record management may be listed as to keep an orderly account of progress, to facilitate the preparation of a statement of the true condition, to enable the making of comparisons, to facilitate the detection of error and frauds, to meet legal requirements, to serve other miscellaneous purposes. So types of personal record: job application and test score, job description and job specifications, interview results, employment history, medical reports, attendance records, payroll, employee rating, training record, leave record, accident and sickness record, grievances, dispute record, contract of employment, record to be kept under various statutes. So, fundamental principle of record keeping: for effective record management, record keeping must fulfill justification, verification, classification, availability of required information, and reasonable cost. Significance of records: these records help management in obtaining the requisite information regarding the use of human resources in various departments or divisions. So according to their skills, according to their documents, a person is engaged in a particular department. So significance, again, it includes that it plays a significant role in performing various personal functional functions including audit and research. So they are especially needed to supply the information required by the management and trade unions to review the effectiveness of the personal policies and practices and develop them. Then they supply the information required by various agencies on the accident, employment, position, strike, absenteeism, turnover, etc. Provide the information about manpower inventory for manpower planning and succession planning. Conduct research in personal and industrial relation areas. Identify training and development needs. Revise pay scales and benefit from time to time. So it is beneficial for the employees as well as employer. Then personal and human resource audit. So it is a systematic evaluation of personal policies, procedures and practices. Basically it covers three things. First is measurement and evaluation of personal programs, policies and practices. So whatever the policies and programs have taken into consideration into an organization, it measures it and it evaluated. Then identification of gap between objective and result. So what were the objective to conduct that program, to conduct that policy or practice, and what are the result? Employers are taking it in a positive manner or in a negative manner. So means this objective which was taken by the management, it is successful or not. Then determination of what should or should not be done in future. So it must result in a particular what I say that it means it must give a particular result, that it will give you an idea that it should be maintained in future or not. So why personal audit? So this audit, it will tell the management, yes, what type of personal a particular person is, So it may increase the productivity or increase the size of organization and personnel in most organizations. So it is nothing but for uh, to increase the effectiveness or to motivate the employees. Right, then changing philosophy of management towards human resource, increasing strength and influence of trade union, changing HR philosophy, increasing dependence of the organization on the resource system and its effective functioning. Then personal research. Personal research implies systematic investigation into any aspect of personal or human resource management in a systematic way. So major objective of personal research include measure current condition in human resource management, evaluate effects and result of current policies and practices, discover ways and means of strengthening the abilities and attitude of employees at a high level, and on a continuing basis provide an objective basis for revising current programs and activities. So training to carry out personal research, it can be undertaken through historical studies, case studies, survey methods, statistical studies, mathematical model, simulation method, and action research method. So personal decision can be improved through personal research because better information lead to better solution. Research can offer valuable insight for the managers, and it can increase employees' productivity and satisfaction. It can decrease absenteeism as well as it can increase the turnover.